Namaste Instagram, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Ram here, your DNA hacker. For those who don't know me, from Deluxe Leaf, I am Brian Ramos. My students, clients call me Ram. I have been dedicating the past 2.5 decades or so to the pursuit of perfection, kind of like Lexus. I've wanted to perfect, to master the art of living a stress and disease-free life, to be able to unleash my consciousness to allow me to pursue the spiritual path of enlightenment and self-realization. That allowed me to master yoga, and prior to that, I devoted many years of intense research. I have a PhD in neuroscience with a strong background in molecular biology, genetics, physiology, nervous system, brain, and cognitive enhancement of bodily function, things of that nature. And so at Yale Medical School, I was able to do a lot of research. So I'm a stress specialist, a health expert, and I've decided to work with Deluxe Leaf to promote their product because I have in my events, the DNA Hacker Secret events, of which I have one last month, with 2 coming up in September and October. In these events, I teach students how to live a stress and disease-free life. This past event was focused on stress. And so in that event, I also teach my students and whoever's attending the events, what are my selected supplements? What things do I take on a day-to-day basis? And of course, this area of supplements is a very muddy area because it's unregulated. And the CBD oil industry is definitely at the top of the list of those worrisome industries because a lot of the claims that companies are making are not substantial, and they're not substantiated by research. And so I came across one of the co-owners of Deluxe Leaf on LinkedIn, and talking to him, we wanted to really engage companies to try to do research, to do stronger research. What we found was that none of these companies, including ones that are some of the fastest growing ones, that are very popular, that have huge affiliate programs, none of them wanted to have their product tested. And the question is, why is that? So on YouTube, I did a video that I go into details about what's behind me, and I'll just kind of run you through this because, of course, on Instagram we're shortened by capping off by 10 minutes. So I'll do a shortened version, but if you want the full version of this with a great kind of gift at the end, which is a guided meditation that I teach at one of my events, and also to get this product at a 20% discount, use the code DNA Hacker 20 for a 20% discount. The code will be in the description below. So one of the things that was really worrisome about this event, about these products, was the fact that nobody really wanted to do research to really substantiate this with foundation, with good results. So I found this group, and they do a great job. And the difference between these products and the ones that I've tested is night to day. You can really feel the difference with this in terms of its beneficial effects. Obviously, these products, you want them to be have a natural profile. You don't want to strip away like we do, for example, with the wheat grain, where you strip it, you refine it, and effectively you've lost all the essentials, like for example the wheat germ. The germ where all the nutrition is. What I'm saying here is that a lot of the products out there are like Wonder Bread or white bread, very refined. They've just taken this kind of huge plots of hemp, and they just try to mass produce CBD powder, and then they just dilute it in some sort of oil carrier. And a lot of them don't really have what they say. Some of them have concentrations of CBD that could be detrimental for health, maybe lead to renal failure. There's some evidence for that. So you're saying here, you're comparing Wonder Bread, very refined, with like Dave's Crazy Bread, that kind of healthier bread. I don't recommend, obviously I'm not using bread as an example because I endorse eating bread, I don't. Bread in general doesn't really provide much, if any, nutrition. But the point here is that this would be the whole grain version, the one that is more natural profile, that will contain all these healthy elements such as the terpenes, not just for the aroma and the flavor, but also for its therapeutic and anti-inflammatory effects, the flavonoids, the antioxidants, the chlorophyll, the thing that gives it the color, and these pigments that I talk about in my programs. If you don't follow me on Medium.com, you should follow Ramos Rooted Tree on Medium.com or on YouTube, DNA Hacker Secrets. And so what you really want is this full spectrum. So you can see that their box is clearly labeled. They don't hide anything. They're all about transparency, which I really appreciated. So when we were meeting before this took off and was launched, I remember having a number of meetings voicing some of my concerns on why I didn't take CBD supplements. What you really want is almost as if you were to take it out of the plant. You juice the plant in a sense. Obviously this is not juicing, but what you want is a more natural profile, and they don't really cut corners. They'd rather spend the extra money in delivering a product to you that actually will have the intended effects that is stated on the label, rather than have something that is going to be watered down or detrimental to your health. And so in this video, you want to watch it on YouTube on my DNA Hacker Secrets channel. Deluxe Leaf may promote it on their own channels as well. So you want to, if you're watching this on their Instagram page, then they may have their own channels for the longer version of the video. But in that video, I talk about the benefits of CBD, especially the full spectrum. So I go into details about some of the other cannabinoids, including cannabinol, tetrahydrocannabivarin, cannabigerol. So these two are becoming very popular and quite expensive. And the American model, the Western model, has always been to enrich something and then kind of mega dose. You want to be careful with that. You really want, and I endorse this in my events and all the programs, my online programs, I always teach my students and clients, it's about balance. You want the right combination. You want things more whole, like you would find them as nature would give them to you. Nature knows exactly how to offer the food to you. This food was designed by humans for humans consumption, and hemp and the cannabis plant with all of its healing chemicals is designed in that way. And of course, you want to note that what I'm mentioning here is not psychoactive. I do not endorse psychoactive components, even though they're becoming increasingly popular, because you can do it yourself without anything, and I can teach you how. There is a way to actually experience this directly rather than use something to boost you, to get you to a higher dimension of consciousness. You can actually bypass everything and go straight to the source of who you are. And so this, and I always endorse natural supplements. And so this is a non-psychoactive chemical, unlike the THC that's found in marijuana. Even though the plants are related, this does not contain that component in any significant way that would do any psychoactive effect. And so you really want to go through the video, and I go through some of the benefits for stress, for anxiety. I also discuss the benefits as it relates not just to health, but also to meditation. And then I cap it off with a nice relaxing meditation that I teach in my events that you can practice at home. It's not a higher form of meditation, but it's a form of meditation that can get you started and get you to concentrate and become more focused. And of course, I discuss some of those benefits as it relates to meditation, how this can help quiet the mind, keep you more focused, and some of the qualities that you want, some of the mental clarity that you want when you're going to sit down and practice meditation. The difference between this product and all the other products that I've tried, I'm not saying that there may not be one that I don't know of, but I've tried a number of them, including some of the bigger brands. I don't want to mention any names, but these are some of the growing brands. It is night to day. Highly encourage you to try it. Again, the code is DNA Hacker 20 for 20% off. The information is below. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.